Okay. Hi, Gemini. It's Denise with Divine Soul Astrology, and welcome. So, today I'm here to discuss Jupiter going direct, Jupiter stationing direct in Cancer, and that was last night at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So, check for your time around the world. And Jupiter will remain direct until December 13th of this year. So, we have a lot of time to enjoy Jupiter. It's going to be moving into your sign June 30th or July 1st. So, which is coming up, right? But for now, we're still able to enjoy it in Cancer. And so, Cancer is the sign of nurturing in the home and family and the mother, and also emotional stability or emotional security, right? It is also the physical abode where we live and, what type of house or apartment or whatever, but it is the physical address as well. All right. So, Jupiter is the great benefic, and it represents Pisces and Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius, it rules the ninth house, and the ninth house is the house of growth and expansion and higher realms or higher purpose. It is about education. It can be teaching, publishing, faraway lands, and that is associated with Jupiter, cultures, faraway lands, and long distance travel. So Jupiter really wants us to grow and expand, and to the point where it also represents, blessings, abundance, and good luck and opportunities, right? So Jupiter is definitely a benefic, but Jupiter, if feels or understands that we're not growing or expanding, which is what it wants for us, it will come and take us out of whatever we are doing, basically kind of saying, hey, this is stagnant. You're not going anywhere with this, or this is not part of your purpose. You're not growing and things like that. So Jupiter can sometimes come in and kind of with a wrecking ball, it can, right? But uh, for the most part, it is very interesting, or very positive, I should say. Okay, so let's see. Now that our paths are more illuminated, now that Jupiter is direct, I know I feel the same way. And so I have a Gemini rising. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yes, and so I feel like things are more clear for me. Like when Jupiter was retrograde, just in the past couple weeks too. It's partially because Mercury is still, your natal planet is still retrograde until the 20th of the month. So maybe for you, or or somebody doesn't have complete clarity, but at least in terms of there is definitely some type of clarity, emotional clarity, as Jupiter is direct in Cancer, right? And so Jupiter going direct, right, it encourages us to embrace emotional honesty. That's right, and create heart-to-heart connections, express the truth, and the truth of our needs and our feelings, right? Cancer is concerned with meeting emotional needs, family needs, any type of needs that are connected to the feelings, right? Now, Jupiter in Cancer invites us to nurture ourselves, Gemini, for sure, and to grow, and to expand and to align with our needs, for sure. Jupiter in Cancer can help enhance that emotional awareness. I've been talking about that emotional self-awareness, showing us what's important for emotional stability because it is connected to our purpose, right, and expansion. So when we are supporting our own emotional stability, it's far easier to grow and expand, right? Definitely. So also Jupiter represents wisdom, okay? And so Cancer is a cardinal sign, for sure. So, there can sometimes, um, Cancer being a cardinal sign, it is like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take action, right? The cardinal energy is it is of, in the most general sense, it is of Aries. That's the first sign. And Aries is the will to act, right? Courage and, following what is passionate for you and drive and think desires, things like that. So, yeah, it's a cardinal, Cancer is a cardinal sign. So it will be important, not only for the cardinal signs, okay? So now for you, Gemini, let's have a look at that. And Cancer or Jupiter goes direct in your second house of finance, possessions, and self-worth. So that second house is in Cancer is related to your emotional stability in a way because the second house is also about that. Except Cancer is more concerned with feelings and the self-worth and the emotional stability for Taurus is more connected to our stability. How are we providing for ourselves or our family? Things like that. All right. It is connected to that money, as I said. So Jupiter, going direct in your second house can bring you clarity regarding those second house themes, right? Um, And your own Mercury, as I said, will be direct on the 20th. So if things aren't entirely clear, they will be on the 20th. There's still going to be in a shadow period, about a week for Mercury, but honestly, it should really kind of clear things up if you've been a little bit unclear about things. So I have a video on Mercury retrograde. I sure do. Check that out, and you'll be able to understand a little bit more about your natal planet if you would like to do that. All right. So let's talk a little bit more here. Yeah, and so you could be understanding here, like your path that supports your well-being and stability. Like that could be, more clear for you, of course. And also we have your own Mercury trining Jupiter on the 10th, which was yesterday, right? Although it's still there today, although Mercury is retrograde, like I said. But this is asking you to trust your intuition, Gemini, because it's in Pisces, all right? And to surrender and let go of things that don't serve you, that don't serve this higher path that Jupiter wants for all of us. Yeah, Jupiter is it's kind of a good friend. Yeah, because as I said, it can come in and take you out of situations where you are not growing or yeah, or expanding in your life, right? Life is about growth and change. It is. Right? Okay. So, yeah, and so also, you could be your path ahead could be kind of lit up or more clear for you, at least when Mercury goes direct on the 20th. But for now, you may be a little bit more clear about your finances, your well-being, family matters in Cancer, and things like that. Thank you so much for joining me here, Gemini. If you've enjoyed my content, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the little bell, and you'll be notified of my next upload. I'm also a psychic. I do tarot. I have all kinds of very cool readings on my website, and they are all to help you evolve really and transform to nurture that. And why is that important to me? Because I am a Gemini rising and I like to share information. Gemini rules communication and information processing. And I'm a Sag sun. And that is about wisdom and, sharing philosophies and things like that. Yeah. Or a philosophy, perhaps, right? So thanks so much for joining me here, Gemini.